It's the start of a new week, it's the start of a new day, and that means today I have something for you. Okay, so I'm taking this back a little bit to I think 2008. So bear with me on this journey, and I'm trying to, speed it up, get to the point, and yeah. Um, I'm taking it back to 1A Road. Yes, Michael, my Michael days. Um, it was interesting, very interesting. Did I say it was interesting? It was very interesting. But from the interestingness of it, I found connections or made connections, found friends who would turn family, and the work goes on. So let's start from first year. I recall first year it was different for me because that was the first time leaving home to live on campus and dorms. I saw this room. I was like, okay, all right, I'm a first year. It was the grubbery, which means it was like four of us in a room. My bed was, y'all know what a college bed looked like. So it was that small. And I think it was a spring bed. It was a spring bed. So I was there, all right, cool. Found out I had to it was four of us in a room. Only child, basically, for most of it, Going to college. What? With having to have four roommates? Well, three roommates? Or that keep. So, that was that. I met my roommates. I think I had some of the best roommates on campus, honestly. So, Taylor, big up yourself. Oxford, big up yourself. Um, Price, yeah, big up yourself. That's how that worked. First year we had the grubbing period where you had to get up early hours, or when you leave for classes in the morning, you cannot go back onto the hall until a certain time. I'm used to in class, don't leave class. I'm used to going where I want to go when I want to go. I'm not used to all of these restrictions. So that no, it took a while to adjust to that. Then there are certain portions of the campus that first years should never venture. I mean, it was nice. The culture, it was alright. It was cool. But after a while, it was too much because you're getting up at what 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You have to do keep fit or running, whatever you call it, and you have class 8 o'clock. Like, bruh, what? So that right there, so was the first part of me saying, "Yo, no." Um, put all of that aside. First year I was going, had my classes, started meeting people. But there's this music. I think it's a thing where I always find the music room, even though I'm not a music major, but I always find the music room. And because my sister was there at Mico, so she kind of set the pace, and most of the things she just want me to and whatever made it cool. So when that go on now, that go on first year, I go on nice and dandy. But there was a period in first year where I struggled through first year. I struggled with adapting to new environments, struggled with the whole having to share space, what I'm not used to, having to share bathrooms. I'm not used to all of that. I was not used to all of that. So I had to do that. I was very uncomfortable with that, by the way, very uncomfortable. I mean, my roommates were cool, but yeah, you understand where I'm going. Um, Skip to first at the end of first semester. I'll go back in a bit, but I'll get to the first this part. where my GPA was 1 point something. I mean, grades were missing, but it was 1 point something. And I go over there to collect my paper. I was like, wait, what is me? What that work? What? And I remember one of the office admin was like, all you know, yeah, my son, you can't come in my house. No, you can't come in my house. And trust me, their admin person, that's the best thing you could have ever said to me, by the way. It was the best thing you could have ever said to me. She said that, but there's another admin person who always look out for me. Miss Baldy, God bless her soul. Rest in peace. We call her Colleen or Miss Baldy, however, we call her Colleen. And she said to me, don't worry your head. Know what you need for the buckle down. And you go, alright, don't stress over this. It's just the first run. Don't stress over it. And I was like, no, but I mean, initially, I felt like trash. Like, me done, this is not me, this is not for me. But her encouragement, and every day that lady saw me on campus, it was a smile, it was a hello, it was, are you okay? If anything, we need to go start out over admin, we could have got to her and she would have helped me out and said, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, all of that. And it so turned out that that lady's encouragement every day kind of pushed me along the way. And it was heartbroken. I was heartbroken when I found out she passed. And the funny thing is, I was pondering today back and forth whether or not I wanted to share this story. But I went on Facebook and I saw some my schoolmates share a memory of her. I was like, yo, all right, that's enough confirmation that I needed. So there was her, there was Sidney. Boy, you're the godsend. You are a godsend. Whether or not you know it, or probably me tell you no, we are godsend. Because I mean, she had class, she works and all of that on campus, but the encouragement did always come from her too. And I remember one night taking the bus over, because we used to take the coast on campus. Yeah, I moved off campus after first year. Couldn't deal with it no more. That was too much. Moved home. And I was traveling back and forth to school. And plus it did cheaper too. So yeah. So did that, and one night it was so heavy on me where I just felt overwhelmed with everything that was happening. And I just said, me feel like this is it. Me can't go no more. Me can't do this. And went up on the bus and she said, no man, Jen, you're alright. Young man, get yourself together. You're alright. Come man, you can do this. And she said, I pray for you, by the way. And it's just the whole conversation that night. And Sid was just always there when I needed her. Even to this day, Sid's always there. We don't talk every day. We really not that much. But when we do, she always either find some way to post some message or something, and we'll see it and we'll converse, and yeah. So Sid, thank you. So we have the naysayer, the naysayer admin staff. I mean, it wouldn't be naysayer, quote unquote, but it was just a negative brush. So I kind of look upon her different from then. And I mean, I use that as my pushing stone to thrust me forward, because I also had classmates who I realized that they would use me for the resources that I had or what I would have, but behind my back, it was the most degrading things that they would say about me. And when I found this information out, I never went to them and be like, oh, yo, you do this or whatever. No, I never did that. What I did though was I still allowed them to use what they needed to use, and I still greeted them. And to this day, I still greet them when I see them. I still talk to them. But I know exactly who they are, so I know my boundaries. So Getting to the relationships now on campus, there is, it was a trio, or it was a trio, social study trio, where if one of we miss class, we look out for the next one. We never missed any information because we always sending it to each other. That's Caribbean, your large. We saw get to don't it. Yeah, oh well. Caribbean, Chin, them two there was, yeah. We had every classes together. Even if we travel and if one of we go out or couldn't come back in time for it before school start, I always make sure I say, okay, this is the class I register for, this is what you're doing, this is what we're doing, and we look out for each other. Funny story, Karisha's brother in high school, I did not know this by the way. In high school, everybody, when I entered high school, people were like, you look like this such and such person. I'm like, oh, okay, alright, who that? I ended up joining Key Club. I think he was president at the time. I eventually met who this person was. Cool all through high school. That was, said, the person I look up to during high school. And fast forward to Mico. First of all, Karisha and I could not stand each other when we first met each other. We could not stand a bone in each other. Karisha faced me faced, and that just don't work. But I found out that that person is her brother. And I was like, wait, holy skip, wait, what? So that's how that journey began. Well, continued because we were friends before we even found that out. And I just, watching how everything panned out or it was connected, I just had to say, wow, this is funny. Chin is just always the one for gear trouble. Always the one for laugh, always the one for the day, and we all know when for bottle down. So like when the finals are come up, we say, alright, we'll meet over school this time on this day, and this is what we'll do late night class, and we're gonna knock it out, and we're just always there for each other. To date, I still have those two in my corner. No matter what. We may not talk every day, but we're still there for each other. And I really appreciate them. So Carrie and Chin, me love you know. Lad, just so but yeah, me love you know. Big up on yourself. So there is that. I met, there's my music circle. So I'm going to call as much as possible as I can call you guys. But hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody. There's Danielle. Trouble, but huge heart. And a real friend. Real friend. Real friend. Get on my nerve, but real friend. There's Gregory, my brother. Boy, G, you, and something else. But yeah, there's Gregory. There's Cherie. There was Jody, Trevel, me Akiville from Mico, me Akiville. To date, I'm thankful for you guys. Trevel, I'm thankful for you as well. The friendship we have to date is still lasting and it's fruitful. And my friend, I love and appreciate you. I pray for you, all of that. Yeah, big up yourself. Hurry up and drop the album though, come here, wait. Gregory, greatness is on your horizon, no matter what. You have a huge heart. You're the brother that, yeah, the brother from another mother. That's you. Yeah. What can I say about that? Maury, yeah, yo, Shelly, yo. We see each other. We see the rough, the good, the bad, the ugly. Have arguments, and there's nobody else, you know. So I appreciate you. Love you, love you. I don't have to go in the full story. Don't have to. You know, when I need to spread that. And it's just funny how God ordains stuff and put people in your life nonetheless. And you just have to learn to love on people nonetheless. Love on everybody. No matter what you go through, you still have to love on everybody. Because you don't know what you do and how it will impact them. I remember in my final semester, that my final semester was chaos, utter chaos. Utter chaos. And I think what topped it was my mom met in an accident it was close to finals, I believe. And I had a lecturer who really was not understanding, and I had to figure my way out. I was the only child, so I needed to figure out how we're gonna make whatever work. And my mother was like, no, you have to go to school, I'll be alright. But that accident was life-changing for me, because at that point I got the glimpse of seeing how her life could have been snatched like real quick. And I had every thought you could think of, like bawling. And even then, even the day when I got the news, my Philippa posse was at the hospital. They literally came there and got everything through, like everything. So, but I'm saving my PBC tell all video for probably the last day of November, because it's a lot to tell all. That has worked, but I've gone through lecturers who has been instrumental. There are a whole lot of people who, if I start calling other names, I'm going to get myself in trouble. There's a particular individual who was instrumental in my admission to the Mico. You know yourself, and I'm thankful for that. Very thankful for that. We remain friends to date, and I'm just grateful for the whole journey. Shall we not long for the miracle once more? I'm glad that phase of my life is over. I'm glad for the relationships. Oh, UCCF. So there's Shedeen. Sheds, I can call on you whenever. Every time I need you, I can call on you and you are there. Tarek. There's the Linton, there's the Phil, there's the Maurice. Lord Jesus. Those relationships that were developed in UCCF, there's none like it. And I mean, they're lasting to date. And to my LVM family, I'll dedicate another day for you guys. But LVM, Music Room, Mrs. Carr, what can I say about you? You've been there for times when I just needed to just vent. You've been there and you've listened and you've given wise counsel. And to date, I'm just thankful for the mother figure that you were, even on campus to us. A whole lot of us. Mystic Days with Ayanto, Joe, my brother. Yeah. Ayanto, Gail, Fife, Joe, Jody. Hourly. And if I should go to LVM, I save it for next day, so don't kill me. Yeah. But I say all of this, whatever you've gone through, whatever you go through the rough, the pressing, the crushing, all the hurtful moments, go through them, because there's something for it. There's something to come from it. Michael was there, I went through that. I enjoyed it. There were days I was happy. There were days when I was like, this is it. There are days when I just had to just curl up in a ball or find a room in the hall and just go ball. Days when I had a particular lecturer who we could not see eye to eye no matter what. And because I was taking on a new challenge, that lecturer had a different approach that really did not work with me or my learning style. And for some reason, I thought it was just me, but there are other people who experienced that too. And to date, I've grown to the point where I can say I'm not mad at you. I've dropped that subject though, but I'm not mad at you at all. I'm grateful. And yeah, so Mico has given me brothers, sisters, friends, best friends. We went through all of that period, all of that, every single one of them. And we can just say, Mico, I did it with my might. I did it with my might. I had great lectures. Mrs. Peter, you're a real one. A real one. If we had educators like you as well, the education system would be great. Paso, I did not call your name earlier. Forgive me. But the brotherhood we have, it's real dope. And I appreciate your words of wisdom, the troubles, the laughters, all of that. So, to everybody from the Mico that I've met through that journey of my life, thank you. I appreciate you. And the goodness of the Lord go with you and bless you wherever you go and whatever you do, as we're all being educators in this world, all across the world. And I can say that I can see the imprint or the impact that you guys have been making, and appreciate all of you. Even though that I really don't talk too much, I'm still thankful for you, because there was a season that I met you and it was great. I'm grateful for that. So pardon the long 20-something minutes, but there you have it. Thankful November. I think this is day 13 or something like that. Not sure. I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, that's my period. That's my era. Or era. Timestamp. Timeline. I have a next one? Yeah. So that's what I'm grateful for. So I'm thankful for. Thank you. Peace out.